Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Hope you're doing pretty good. I'm doing good myself. Big shout out to everybody that showed up to the live stream yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Anyways, we got a lot of news to talk about here. So, starting off with Mini GT, we have a couple canceled models. These are both the Kick Sauber C44s from the 2024 F1 series, specifically the Chinese Grand Prix. These are both canceled due to basically licensing issues. There was a small statement that basically reads, "We regret to inform you that due to licensing issues, the following two items will be discontinued. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may cause." So, yep, that's it for those two. Seems like they're just slowly picking off these Formula One models that have been on pre-order. I get the licensing issues, but it's also weird to me because these are past models, past events. It's kind of, part of Formula One history at this point, in my opinion. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird that they've been canning these models, but regardless, these two are gone. Now, getting into the actual pre-orders, we did get one on July 6th. A pretty good little bout of cars here. There's some nice stuff. So, starting off on the left, we've got the Lamborghini LB Silhouette Works Murcielago GT Evo. This one's in the Advan livery. Nice casting. It's been well received, so this one will be good to have. Probably at least the most exciting one for me for this mix is the Porsche Carrera GT. This one's in GT Silver. It's got a really nice dark brown interior. That one's going to be awesome. Hopefully they do some more cool colors of it. Got another color of the Toyota Velfire 40. This is the Cole body kit in gold metallic. Then we've also got the Mercedes AMG GT3. This one's from 2025, Bathurst 12 hour. I believe this is the first AMG GT3 casting we've gotten so far, but I could be wrong on that. This might be the second, but I think it's the first. Speaking of first castings, we have the Aston Martin Vantage GT3 Evo. This one's from 2025 IMSA Daytona. I believe this is for sure the first version of this casting, so this is a pretty exciting one. And then last but not least, we have another addition to the Sugio Matsuda collection. This is the Nissan GTR Nismo 2024 Tsukuba production car lap record. And then obviously it comes with the Sugio Matsuda figure. So this one's pretty cool as well. We just got a pre-order last night too. Again, some pretty cool stuff here. So this one is going to include the Nissan Skyline LB Works Hakosuka in the white and green. This is kind of like a throwback racing livery. I like the livery, don't like the casting. I don't like the Ken Murray or Hakosuka Liberty Walk cars. I don't know. There's something about them that's just weird to me. I wish they'd do the actual race cars. It'd be pretty cool. Another new casting, I believe, the Haka wasn't a new casting, but for this whole mini GT wave, I guess. Ford Mustang Boss 302 1969. The color is bright yellow. This one's really nice. Unfortunately, if you see some other photos of it, the taillights do look pretty bad. Hopefully they fix that before release. But yeah, I love the Boss 302. It's one of my favorite Mustangs of all time. Hopefully they do one in a burnt orange color. But yeah, that one's pretty exciting. We also do have the Toyota Alphard 40 in the Cole body kit. This one's in white. I believe this is the first Alphard that we have gotten on pre-order thus far, so that's pretty cool. We also have a Volkswagen ID Buzz. This one is in the Porsche colorway, so it's red. It's got Porsche branding on it. Pretty cool. We also have a Nissan GTR Nismo 2024 in black. And then last but not least, a Porsche 911 992 GT3 Touring. And, ooh, that's some pretty loud thunder. I'm assuming you guys heard that. It's been storming a little bit here in northern Arizona, but we're in our monsoon season. So anyways, the color on this one is really nice, at least for me. This one's called Irradium Green. So pretty cool. Nice pre-order here. We also did get some new James Bond stuff on pre-order as well. So we got the Citroen 2CV from For Your Eyes Only. This one's in yellow. And then the Lotus Esprit S1 submarine car from The Spy Who Loved Me. A couple really cool releases here for the James Bond lineup. I've seen both these movies now, and they were both really good. The cars are awesome. So yeah, I'm excited for these as well. So moving on, we do have a pre-order. This is part of the Korean car collection. This is the second pre-order that we've gotten for this line. And so this one includes 3 cars. The Hyundai Ioniq 6N in Performance Blue Pearl. the Hyundai Ioniq 5N in Performance Blue Matte, and then last but not least, the one I'm most excited for, the Hyundai Veloster N in Performance Blue. I love the Veloster. I love hot hatches, and the Veloster is my favorite hot hatch of all time. So very excited for this one. Nice pre-order here. Liberty Walk announced this. This is just a packaging variant. This model is actually releasing like as we speak in Asia. This one's coming out like right now. But yeah, this is exclusive for an event in Malaysia. Again, just a packaging exclusive, so nothing crazy here. We do have a new pre-order for Kaido House. We got the Volkswagen T1 Street Battle Spec. This one's kind of cool. It looks like it looks like a battleship to me. So that's neat. Nissan Skyline GTR R32 Seri V1, BMW M3 Kaido GT V3, and then last but not least, the Chevrolet Silverado Dually Kaido Koi V1. And then we also are getting another Kaido House BBS tent. So pretty nice pre-order for Kaido House. Here's a little bit more information about the Korean car collection from Mini GT. There's a little paragraph on the right just kind of explaining it, but total takeaways, there's going to be 28 Korean car models, just like various different vehicles. I don't think any of these are actually going to be regional exclusives. I think this is just like their Korean car series that they're doing, which is really cool. There's lots of cool stuff here. They actually did show some of it off at the flagship store in China, and there's just all kinds of cool stuff here. I think it's all just Hyundai and Korea, because I think those are pretty much the two like main Korean car manufacturers. But here's the 3 cars that just went on pre-order right here on the left, and then just a whole plethora of stuff. Really like the emergency responder vehicles. So there's some police cars, there's some ambulances, just some really cool stuff overall. Really cool stuff. I like the trucks as well. This DHL one's cool. This one with like the soft cover on the back is also pretty neat. So there's all kinds of nice stuff here. So pretty nice photos of them, just kind of showing it all off. And yeah, I'll be keeping an eye out for more pre-orders for the Korean car series. I'm assuming we're going to get one like every other week or so. Just a little like wave of 3 cars up on pre-order, which I feel like is a good amount. It feels like a good amount for this series. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Moving on, they did show off some Fast and Furious stuff as well at the flagship store. I think we've seen most of it before. So all the models on the left are all finished samples. S2000, the Supra, RX-7, the R34, the Chargers. Those all look really good. We've got some Mustangs over here, one of which I believe is the Boss 302. And then we've also got that, which looks like an S14 right there, and then also the Lamborghini. It's the LM002, I believe, or LM02. So that looks really cool. Of course, the boring concept stuff as well. And there hasn't really been a whole lot of new stuff shown off from Mini GT. They were at one of the recent events, I believe, but it's been most of the same stuff that we've been seeing lately. So we've got this right here. This is the Porsche 911 Carrera RSR Turbo. This thing's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see what liveries they do on it. I'm assuming they'll do the Martini livery if Porsche will approve it, which I don't see why they wouldn't. So yeah, very cool there. And just a lot of stuff, just a lot of cool stuff. BMW, Lamborghini. There's some JDM stuff here. I think these are some RX-7s potentially up at the front. So yeah, lots of good stuff. There's the Alfords and the Velfires. One of the two. I think these both might be the Velfires, but looks like we're getting an Advan Liberty Walk Mustang as well. There's that Advan Murcielago that just went on pre-order. Getting into Tarmac Works. So this is their second pre-order for June. This is Hobby 64. For some pretty nice stuff here, we've got a couple Porsche 911 GT3Rs. One's from DTM 2026, and then one is from DTM 2025. This is, of course, was the champion car. These both look nice. I like the liveries on them. We've got a Mercedes AMG GT3. This is the Initial D collab car that raced at the 2026 Bathurst 12-hour. And I think it's going to come with a pack of cards, and then it's also going to come with like a big diorama base plate is what it says right here. So this one's probably going to be pretty pricey. It is cool though. This was actually a Tarmac Works sponsored car for the event, which I think is pretty cool. So I'll probably pick that one up. We also have some Liberty Walk stuff. We've got the LB Silhouette Works GT Nissan 35 GT-RR. It's a casting we've seen a lot from Mini GT in the past. One thing I will say, it looks like they've got some really nice camber on this R35. Like the wheels are actually at an angle. The whole fitment of it looks really nice. I'm very curious to see if these will roll though, because usually Hobby 64 does not. So yeah, that one looks pretty good. And then we've also got another color of the Liberty Walk Miura. I'm not calling it a Lamborghini Miura because this isn't licensed by Lamborghini and there's no mention of it, which it's a gray area that I'll let slide for Tarmac Works. But yeah, that kind of is unfortunate for me. That's not licensed by Lamborghini. But yeah, there's that. Toyota GR Yaris Rally 1 Hybrid as well. Another color of that. That one's from the 2025 Rally Saudi Arabia. So a pretty good mix here. We also did get a pre-order for July. This one is a Global 64 / Mini Champs pre-order. So these first two models up on the top left, we've got two more colors of the Porsche 911 GT3 RS Monty Racing spec. So it's got the fin, it's got the aero disc on the wheel. There's probably some other minor differences too. We did get a white and black one on pre-order already. But yeah, we've got the white and green one, and then this red one with the Pirelli logo on the side of it. So those both look really good. I do want to note that these are not Tarmac Works models. These are Mini Champs only. The only thing is that they're distributed and sold by Tarmac Works. So Mini Champs usually has pretty good quality. I do have a small handful of their models, and they're all pretty nice. So these should turn out fairly good. We've also got a Porsche 928 S4 right here in metallic gray. We've got a Chimera Evo 37, or is it EV 037? Because the Lancia is called the 037. I don't know. But anyways, I'll just call it Evo 37. It looks really good. I like this blue color with the bronze wheels. So there's that. We've got a Mitsubishi Lancer GSR Evo 3 in red. And then we also have a Mitsubishi Charisma GT Evo 4. So when I first saw this, I actually thought this was a typo. I thought that was supposed to say Lancer, but because I didn't even know the Mitsubishi Charisma was a thing. I didn't even know that existed, let alone raced in rally, but apparently it did, and apparently this is a real car. So yeah, that one's pretty cool to have. I feel like that's a pretty obscure one, so pretty cool that they're making that. And then ending off with a couple of Nissans, we've got a Skyline 2000 GTR in silver, and then a Nissan Veilside Fairlady Z in midnight purple. So a pretty good pre-order here as well. They also did announce this model. This is, again, another pre-order. This is Global 64. This is part of their Disney collection. This one in particular is Steamboat Willie. Toyota Sprinter Trueno AE86 wide body. This is a John Sabal body kit. So, yeah, if you're interested in that, it comes with a pack of Tarmac cards. They've also released a couple more 711 models, a couple Nissan GTRs. The black one actually is full carbon. It does look pretty cool, but yeah, I think... I don't know if maybe they're not overplayed, but I feel like there's a little bit too much 711 exclusives going on with Tarmac Works. I don't mind these ones that are actually branded as 711, but all of the exclusive race cars and stuff that they release at 711 is kind of frustrating sometimes. But anyways, yeah, pretty cool. They've also did announce this. This is a exclusive for the Art of Speed Malaysia this year. Nice RWB, looks pretty good. So there's that. Oh, they also did a live stream. They usually do one like once a month. And some pretty nice stuff here as well. Some Liberty Walks. So we've got a Supra and the Silhouette R34. Some Nissans right here. I don't know exactly which one this is, but they look pretty cool. Nice casting. We got some race cars. Mercedes AMG GT3, Porsche 911, Toyota Yaris Rally. So there's those. Moving into Trends Hobby, we've just got a couple models from them. These are both event exclusives for the Model Car Show Malaysia, which has already passed now. So there's a Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo 2 from 2023 DTM number 6. This is very similar to the two that came out globally, just slightly different livery, different drivers. Very, very nice casting. So yeah, there's that. Also the Porsche 918 Spider. I'm itching to get my hand on some of these. Not a big fan of this colorway, but the details do look very nice on this one. So there's those. They also have a couple like race car like collaboration announcements with Absolute Racing. So the first one, of course, is going to be this Porsche right here. This is part of the Keith Haring collaboration. So it's got like some of his like artwork and whatnot. Pretty cool. And then there's going to be a Lamborghini as well, and this one's going to be an art collaboration with Jean-Michel Basquiat, so it's going to have some of his art on it as well. I guess it's going to be like a dinosaur themed. I don't know if this is going to be like Rexy adjacent or if this is going to be totally different. We shall see. But either way, both these are going to be made by Trends Hobby, I'm sure. So there's those. And they also were at Thailand Diecast Expo and the Model Car Show Malaysia. So here's some photos from both of those events. Just some nice close-ups of their samples. Got the Porsche 956 right here, Audi R8, another Porsche 911 GT3R. I think that's R. One of the versions of it anyways. This Porsche 917 right here, I do kind of have a complaint. Hopefully they make it better and figure out something else when they actually, by the time they actually are ready to release it. But you'll notice on the roof where this back panel opens up, you've got these two giant hinges right here. And I just don't think it looks good. So yeah, we'll see what they do. Anyways, moving on, we've got some Nissans. We've seen these before, R32 and R34. Got the Audi and the Bugatti. Again, seen them before. No progress on the actual development of them yet. Got some upcoming like liveries and stuff for some of their current race cars. So some more liveries for the Porsche 911 GT3R. We've seen the orange one before, but this red and blue Koos one is very cool. This is actually one Tarmac Works did. They've done a couple versions of them, I think. So it's cool that Trends Hobby's doing them. Gives me an excuse to get rid of a Tarmac Works. And same thing with this 75th anniversary one as well. This is another one that Tarmac Works has also done. So yeah, there's those. I don't think we've seen this livery for the Huracan yet. It looks really, really nice. Again, that casting was so good. Their Huracans are, I don't think will ever be beat by anybody. They're just fantastic. So yeah, there's those. Okay, there's this stuff. Ultraman Huracan should actually be releasing very, very soon. In fact, I think it's been releasing in Asia. So that one's almost out. A couple more colors for the Toyota Land Cruiser, white and black. They've got some Porsches down here as well. Those 911 GT1s, and then the Iron Dames 911 look really good. Some Huracans down here as well. I don't think we've seen this white and blue Liqui livery yet either over here in the corner, so that one will be really cool. This TGI one is on pre-order, I believe. So yeah, lots of good stuff from Trends Hobby. They're killing it. I just wish they could expand their lineup a little bit more. If they could bring some BMWs, maybe some of the Mercedes AMG GT3s, be really, really cool. It'd be cool to have a brand that completely stayed up to date with like DTM and stuff, which seems to be their main focus right now is DTM, because obviously they have the license for it and everything. So yeah, I'm a big fan of everything they're doing. Here's kind of like an overall look of some of their stuff. These are kind of more of their just regular like non-race car stuff. So very cool. I should have the Temerarios in soon. I ordered them from AliExpress. I think they're on the way. So, and then there's some of the race cars as well. And then here's like an overview shot of their prototype castings. There's a couple more Lamborghinis in the back. I've got a close-up of them right here. There's the Mira and the Lamborghini Countach. These both, I'm sure, will turn out very nicely as well. So looking forward to the Mira. Going into AR Box, they're just going to keep releasing the Ferrari F80, it seems like. So the Model Car Show Malaysia, they sold more of them. It actually dropped the price quite a bit. I saw them going for like around $100 USD after this event. So it seems like every time they release them, the price will drop a little bit, which is a good thing because I know a lot of people really want this one in particular. So yeah, I also have one coming. I ordered it from BBR Models directly from Italy. So pre-ordered it like 2 months ago and it finally is ready to ship. So excited for that. They also did announce some new race cars that they're going to be sponsoring and I'm sure developing for their 164 scale lineup. So this one in particular is part of the Asia Carrera Cup, which AR Box actually announced that they are a title sponsor for the event, which is why you're going to see AR Box on all of these cars, which is really cool. So there's this really nice gold one here. And then I don't think this one's part of it. I think I got these out of order. This is just another like livery announcement that they're doing. So this one's from 2026 GT World Challenge Fuji. It's just a GT3R, not a cup, but it's in the Evangelion livery. Looks really cool. They just announced this one as well. So collaboration with Absolute Racing, another 911 GT3R livery. This one's actually in Golf. And I think they said that this was the first time that there was a Golf sponsored car racing at China GT, which I think China GT is a pretty new thing, right? But yeah, very cool. Looks awesome. So I'm sure we'll be getting that. And then here's the title partner announcement for the Asia Carrera Cup, and they're making a model for it. Of course, there's going to be two like slightly different versions of it. So this 83-1 on the left side is just going to be the regular release of it, and then this 83-2 is going to be a limited edition drop in like a special gift package with this big base. That one's going to be limited to 992, which I feel is pretty fitting. So yeah, very cool announcement there. And we've also got some regular pre-orders from AR Box. So we've got this one right here, this Be Quick Porsche. This was from 2025 Thailand Super Series. Looks pretty cool. They're doing a chase for it, which I don't really understand why, but it's going to be chrome instead of just the regular gold. So yeah, there's that. This one's also on pre-order. Porsche 911 GT3R 2025 GT World Challenge Asia Okayama. Very cool. This reminds me of some of the old Super GT liveries that they used to put on the Lamborghinis. So I like this one. We've also got this one up on pre-order as well. 2026 China GT Ningbo. Very cool livery on this one. I love the pink and teal and cherry blossoms. This will be a nice model as well. So they actually did, they have updated this casting and they're doing photo etched metal wing supports, which is a huge plus too. So not only are they doing awesome liveries, they seem to be improving their castings too. So definitely do like that. This one's on pre-order as well. Pagani Zonda Cinque. I think I'm saying that right. Coupe from 2009. This one's in white. There's going to be a lot of really cool colors for these. I'm probably going to skip this one, but the detail is amazing. And I'm excited to have a very high detail Cinque in my collection. So very cool. Moving on. A couple more G-Wagons from AR Box as well. Two different colors. We've got one in Opalite White, and we've also got one in Obsidian Black. These are just regular pre-orders. And yeah, they look pretty good. Up next, I think this is the last pre-order for AR Box. This is the Yangwang U9X. This was the one that went to Goodwood Festival of Speed. I think this year, 2026. Really cool. I like the black. It's got the Goodwood banner on the side of it, with like a really cool like checkered flag, silver deco in this back end. Looks really cool. This one's limited to 2,026 pieces, so fairly limited. I'm sure there's plenty to go around though for anybody that wants one. I think I'll pick one up myself. Actually, I do quite like it. So there's that. And again, they were also at Thailand Diecast Expo and the Model Car Show, and they've got a lot of good stuff on display. We've seen most of this stuff from AR Box before. They haven't really been showing anything too terribly new off, but everything they do show off always looks good. Some RWBs, 930s, and 993. Yeah, everything looks really good. More Range Rovers, which look awesome. They're going to be doing dirty versions of these Camel Trophy Land Rovers, which is really cool. And yeah, just always lots of good stuff from them. We've got a BMW M4 GT3 Evo up here, which casting looks very nice. I really like for their BMWs how they're doing a lot of more like obscure specs for some of these cars too. Like we've got this F30 right here. Instead of just doing the M3, actually this might not be it. No, surely this is a 3 Series. I think it's a 3 Series. Yeah. Anyways, well, like the M Sport, it's like it's not the M3, but it's also not like the base model. It's cool that they're doing a bunch of cool variations of stuff, like cool specs and trim levels. So yeah, there's some SUVs, more Porsche, E46s, E36s, E30 M3s, just all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, there's that. Jumping into Motor Helix, here's some event models that they had lined up for the Model Car Show Malaysia. A couple RWBs. This gold chrome one was the regular event model, and then there was a chase version of it, limited to 30 pieces. This R34 Nismo set is really, really cool. This one was fairly limited to 150. Love that. They look so good sitting together like that. And then a couple Honda Integras down at the bottom. These are both Mugen specs, the DC2 and DC5 in black chrome. So there's that. And then they also had some event models for Thailand Diecast Expo, of course. So they had this guy right here, a Honda Integra in gold chrome. And then they also had this 2-car set, Honda Civic Type R and the Integra Type R, both in gold chrome. So yeah, there's those. They also do have these 2 models. These are not event exclusives. These, as far as I know, are just going to be Indonesia exclusives. And yeah, they look pretty cool. Moon Eye Civics, the EK9 and FL5 Type Rs. There's also been a bunch of pre-orders for Motor Helix 2. Pre-orders / release announcements, because there's some of this stuff that I've never seen go on pre-order. But they like posted like these photos, and then all of a sudden these models were released. So I don't really know what's going on with that. It's been kind of weird lately, but this one is released now. So this is the Mazda MX-5 Miata, and then of course there's the Mazda Buenos Roadster. That's the right-hand drive version. So those are both released. These 3 right here are also released. These are the Nissan Skyline GTR R34 Nismo customized, of course, Bayside Blue, Silver, and White Pearl. Then we have these 2, which again are also released now. These are the Alfa Romeo 8C Competiciones 2008s. One in silver, one in black. These ones didn't really tickle my fancy. I feel like this is a pretty boring color specs for Alfa Romeos, but very nice castings nonetheless. And this one is also released now. So this is the number 18 version of the white and blue Mazda 787B. Again, I don't feel like I ever saw this go on pre-order. It's just, they just decided to release it. So yeah, it's out. Now we get into the actual pre-order section of it. Those were kind of just release announcements, I guess. But they've got some Audi RS4s in the works. These are the 2005 B7s. So we've got one in Army Girl Purple Metallic, which is weird to me because isn't that an RWB term? The Army Girl? That one's kind of weird. But anyways, also Gray Pearl and Deep Green Pearl. These 2 to me look very, very nice. So those are going to be very interesting to see. So yeah, we got those. We also have a couple R35s coming out. These are the customized versions, so which I think means they have like aftermarket wheels on them. And so we've got one in Midnight Purple with a chrome chase. And then we also have one in Sunset Orange with a gold chase. These actually both look really nice. I'm going to be very tempted to get both of them. I don't really like the white wheels on the orange one, though. Yeah, I don't really like the white wheels on it. I wish they had like black or something. But anyways, pretty good. We've also got some Subaru Impreza wagons. These are both in the Cusco liveries. These are the WRX STI version 6s. They look pretty cool. I like the Cusco livery. I dig it. Moving on, we did get a pre-order for this one. So this is the number 201 Mazda 787B in the white and green Elfini livery. This is going to be another must-have for me. So yeah, that one's pretty cool. Another Alfa Romeo 8C Competición is on pre-order. This one says customized. I don't really know what that means, but it's in Rosso red with black and gray stripes. And then a couple RWBs. As far as I know, these are both chrome models, which is interesting. And I guess they're going to have chase versions too. How do you take a chrome model and then make a chase of it? Like, do you make a non-chrome version of it as the chase? It seems kind of backwards, right? I don't know. Anyways, there they are. One in blue chrome, one in purple chrome. These are both RWB. Or no, sorry. The blue one's a 993 and the purple one is a 964. They look the same to me though. Like, this looks like the same exact casting. So yeah, definitely some Photoshop going on here as well. Anyways, this is the most recent pre-order, I believe. So Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 4 GSR, 2 different liveries. We've got the Cusco Racing livery and the customized Tech Wrap white livery. So there's those. Moving on, they also did have some stuff on display, just like AR Box. A lot of the same stuff that we've seen before. So here's some of their Liberty Walk stuff with the opening parts. Some RWBs, the Koenigsegg's in the back. Paganis, of course, all the Paganis, they look amazing. Sorry, I have to pause to take a drink. And yeah, lots of cool stuff here. I do want to point out this one on the top right. Is this not a time attack car? Is this not a time attack Lancer? Somebody tell me in the comments exactly what this one is that I'm circling right now. Also, this Civic right here, is this also not a time attack car? I'm really curious to know what all of these are exactly. Right, like obviously, we've got Lancers. This looks like an RX-7. That's a Civic, of course. I think this is an R32, but like I want to know exactly what they are. It's like all the canards and crazy arrow and front splitter on this Lancer. It really does look like a time attack version of it, and kind of the same thing with this Civic. So yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, there's that stuff. More Koenigsegg photos and Pagani stuff. There's the 787Bs up on top. So it looks like we'll be getting two white and blue versions of it, the 56 and the number 18. So pretty cool. RWBs up at the front looking nice as well. And then, yeah, just a whole bunch of random stuff that they always have on display. A bunch of Mitsubishi Lancers. So this HKS one right here in white, actually I have a better photo of it. So we'll talk about that in a minute. I think this livery is really interesting though. But yeah, there's some more Honda stuff here, a bunch of different Civics. There's some NSXs right here, some Mazda Miatas. Pretty nice variety. There's some more Nissans up here, a bunch of R34s, some R35s, more Civics, some S2000s, and an Integra. So lots of cool stuff. Really good variety as far as JDM goes. Some more stuff here, some Lancers. I really like this Winfield Racing one. It looks really cool. Okay, so these are the two I wanted to talk about. So these HKS ones right here. This really reminds me of that like old like retro color wave pattern. I think it's called Jazz. I think we figured out on the live stream that was called Jazz. It's a thing that used to be on like the old styrofoam cups, right? That's what this looks like to me, and I think it's really cool. I might actually pick up both of these, the R34 and the Lancer, just because I think the livery is cool, like that retro color theme. So anyways, just wanted to point that out. I think that's awesome. Couple colors of the R34 here. Very nice colors, actually. I like these. It's like a mint blue and like a green color. Looks really good. Some more prototype castings here. There's that Lancer again. There's that time attack looking Lancer. Somebody tell me what this is. Yeah, cool stuff here. A couple motorbikes as well. And I do want to touch on one thing real quick with Motor Helix. Their opening part stuff does not look very good. So I'm pretty sure. So this is the Koenigsegg 1, and I believe this is like a final sample of it. At least I'm assuming it is. I hope it's not, because look at the panel gaps around the doors. Like you can see both sides of it here, because this is a flipped to like both sides of the car pictured here. Yeah, the doors look really bad. The back panel actually doesn't look too bad, but the doors look really bad, and the lines around the headlights and up at the front part of the hood look really, really bad. So I really hope this isn't a final sample, because that's going to be kind of rough. And it's not just the Koenigsegg either. It's also with a lot of the stuff. Like you'll see on this Pagani right here, the door gaps, like the gaps around the doors, are just really big. And I don't know why we need to have opening doors on a 164 scale. 143 scale, 118, yeah, of course, that's fine. But like, I feel like we don't need it at 164. What does opening doors do for you? Like, yeah, you can see the interior a little bit better, but I don't know. That's kind of my just opinion. Same thing with the Ford GT here. Big panel gap on this rear panel. This isn't a final sample yet. Neither was this Pagani, so obviously we can't. We got to just kind of see what happens. This isn't final, but these are diecast samples, and the panel gaps are a little rough, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Same thing with this Liberty Walk Silhouette RX-7 too. Just really big gaps around the doors. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, there's the Silhouette R34 as well. Same thing, really big panel gaps around the doors. I think they just need to quit doing the doors. I don't think it's necessary. Do the hood, do the back if you really want to, but Leave the doors alone, man. Anyways, moving on, we've got a couple things for Killerworks. So they announced a new pre-order for an AMG GT3. This one's the Purple Beast. Pretty cool looking. They also have this. This was a celebration model between Killerworks and Malaya Hobby Shop. So they're kind of partners now. This will be released early September at an event that I think Malaya Hobby Shop is hosting. So yeah, chrome version of the AMG GT3. They also had a booth set up, lots of cool stuff. They've got lots of good Audi R8s, lots of good Mercedes stuff. There's some Lotus GT4s back there. So yeah, I think after yesterday's video of the Killerworks stuff, I'm optimistic about the brand. Definitely their stuff is pretty good. They've got the Boring Concept R8 right here. I actually do have that coming, so excited to look at that. And yeah, just lots of good Mercedes stuff. Got the AMG ones right here. So very cool. There's some more Audi R8s there as well. And they've also got this Darwin Pro Audi RS6, which is pretty neat. So yeah. Moving on, Tomica Limited Vintage. We have a new wave of pre-orders from them as well. So these are going to be the Nissan 180 SX Type X 1997 year model in silver and black. Then we've got the Nissan GTR 2025 model. So this is like the last year of the R35. This one's in midnight purple. This paint doesn't really look good right here. I'm assuming it's just because it's a render photo, but we'll see. A couple Lamborghinis as well. So these are both the Lamborghini Diablo SE30. The green one is just the regular SE30, and then the yellow one is the SE30 Jota. So slightly different spec between the two, but they look pretty good. We've got these as well, Chevrolet Astrovan. Both of them are in the Moon Eyes livery. Pretty interesting. Definitely pretty interesting there. So yeah. We've also got these. So these are the Daihatsu Midget 2s. Slightly different specs between them. So this green one is the Cargo R Type Custom, 1997. And then the white one is the Midget 2 Cargo D Type, 1997. So slightly different variations between the two. We also got a couple of these. So the one on the left is the Toyota Corolla Van DX. This one's in like a restaurant delivery vehicle livery. And then we've got the police car version too. Yeah, Corolla Van DX patrol car. So pretty cool. We've got this guy right here, Nissan Type 680 truck. High deck flatbed in green. This is a pretty cool one. And then last but not least, we've got the M1 Abrams tank in NATO camouflage, which I know a lot of people are excited for. So that'll be a cool one. I'm not sure that I'm going to collect it. I don't really collect military stuff, but it is cool nonetheless. So there you go. They also are selling some Tomica. I think these are Tomica Premium, but they're Good Smile Racing cars. They're actually selling these on Good Smile's website. I figured I'd include them. I don't really know what the quality is like on them because they're obviously not Tomica Limited Vintage. They're just Tomica Premium. But yeah, if you're a big Good Smile Racing fan, check it out on their website. They did have some stuff on display at these events as well. So we got a good look at their Tomica Custom Works lineup, which I think is kind of their take on Kaido House. Which, I don't know, to me is just kind of meh. But it's kind of different because it's Tomica. I don't know. We'll see. They also do kind of look a little bit on the cheaper end to me, but we'll see how they go. But anyways, just some nice models on display. Lots of good stuff here. I think a lot of this stuff is on pre-order. I think some of these are old releases too. So kind of just a good mix of stuff. Yeah, everything looks good. Got some buses there. Just all kinds of interesting things. Some Porsche 911s. A couple new castings here. So we got a Fairlady Z and a Honda Integra. So those are cool. I think these are the event models for just whatever events they go to. They just take the same models until they sell out, I think. But Subaru WRX STI, and then a Nissan Skyline GTR, and then this Mitsubishi Lancer they've been selling for quite a while. So there's those. And then here's some close-ups of the Tomica Custom Works stuff. Definitely pretty interesting. We'll see. But yeah, just a few other things on display that I figured I'd throw in. Tomica's always got a lot of really nice stuff. So Yeah, that's it for Tomica. We'll get into LCD models now. They've got 3 more colors of the Lamborghini Revuelto up for pre-order. So we've got one in metallic green, blue Cepheus, and then silver. I really like this metallic green one. Yeah, they look pretty good. We've also got this one right here, Honda NSX NA1 in silver. Again, I don't know that this is a pre-order post. I think this is more of this was more of like a release announcement. I think this one's out now. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but there's the NSX NA1 in silver. We've also got this on pre-order. This is the Koenigsegg CC850 in white. This actually is like the presentation version of the car. So it's got the white paint, the white wheels with the like burnt orange interior. This one's really cool. This is the one that I think this is Christian von Koenigsegg's personal car, right? Like his personal CC850, I think. Or maybe that's just, I just see him driving it all the time because this was their presentation version. But either way, this one's really cool. We've also got some Yaris's. These are collaboration models with ZZMTM models, which is a company I've never heard of. But yeah, I have no idea who that is. I don't know why these are collaboration models, but anyways, these 2 right here are the GR Yaris RZ High Performance Edition. And then these 3 right here are the GR Yaris Aero Performance Package Edition. So slightly different spec. These are also 2025 year models, and these are 2024. So slightly different spec and year. Again, I'm not understanding the collaboration. Hopefully these are still licensed by Toyota. If not, we're going to have some words with LCD. So anyways, they also did have this event model for Thailand Diecast Expo, Toyota Supra in chrome gold. And then, yeah, they had some stuff on display as well. A lot of stuff we've already seen before, so I don't have a ton to show off here. But some nice Lamborghinis. This is the metallic green one that's on pre-order. Pagani's down here, of course. Nice Toyota as well. And then I think this NSX is out now, but yeah, pretty cool. Moving on to ignition model, we've got a couple things here. So this blue one on the left is an RWB 993. This one is actually going to be an event exclusive for the Online Hobby Show 2026, which I don't know what that means. But apparently it's in February. Well, this says ETA February 2027, so why would it be 2026? Yeah, I have no idea. Apparently it's some sort of exclusive, not really sure for what. But then we also do have this white one right here. This is also a 993. This is the Army Girl. And this is just a regular pre-order. So a couple new things from Ignition Model. They were also at one of the events as well. So here's some of their event models from recently. And they've got some pretty cool stuff here. Got the Martini one, the Jägermeister, the Pink Pig. So yeah, some pretty nice stuff. And then, of course, the Valent one. That one actually is really cool. I might have to get that one. And some R34s, which I'm also curious to see how the quality is on those too. So there we go. ATS models, another brand I've been covering pretty heavily lately. I don't have anything in hand from them yet, but they are doing some really cool stuff, and everything's been legit so far. Everything's been licensed, so I'll continue to support them on the channel. But yeah, Toyota GR Supra. This is the NUR Apex version, which is pretty interesting. I'm not exactly sure what this is from, but it looks pretty cool. So there's that. That's on pre-order now. I've got some Aston Martin DB12s. I think these have already been announced on pre-order, but I'm not 100% sure, so I figured I'd include them again. One in Laguna Seca and then one in Magneto Bronze. They look very nice. We've also got some KTM Expos. This is apparently a collaboration with Enzo Impact, which, again, I have no idea what company that I've never heard of that company. So I don't know if these are sketchy or not. Hopefully they are not. Hopefully they're legit licensed by KTM. As long as they are, cool. But yeah, there's those. Again, I think we've already shown these two, but I couldn't remember, so I'll show them again. Mazda RX-7 FC3S in 2 different colors, Cobalt Blue Metallic and Metallic Violet. And we've got pre-order for a couple Supras as well, one in silver, one in matte silver blue. This casting, again, looks really nice. Really nothing to complain about yet. They announced these Subaru Impreza WRXs as well. There's a couple colors here. We don't have official colors yet, but there's that one. And then they've also got some initial D stuff. So Toyota Sprinter Terreno AE86. One has the carbon fiber hood, and then one's just the white version. Very cool. I think they've been selling these at events as like first releases recently as well. So yeah, those are both pretty cool. And then we've got some Audi RS6 Avant GTs, one in gray, one in black. Very cool. And yeah, they also had a booth set up. So here's some of their models on display. You can see Aston Martin right there. There's a Supra, some of their initial D stuff in the background. I see the KTMs hiding back there. And then some prototype samples up here, which we also have close-ups of. So the Supra, the Toyota, or Subaru Levorg, I believe. Audi RS6, Honda Civic right here. Some Maseratis, the MC12 and MC20. Audi R8, and then again another Audi RS6 Avant. So yeah, pretty cool stuff from them. I really want to get my hands on one of these DB5s whenever they release. I think they look really good. So yeah, there's ATS. I also do have a small segment here for Greenlight. Greenlight's been confusing lately. I don't know what's what with Greenlight, but I figure I'll just show some of their stuff off. This, I believe, was at the model car show. So yeah, R35s, some Mustangs, Honda Civics, Toyota Crown Vic with opening parts. Interesting. I don't know. But anyways, there's Greenlight. We also have one thing for Kyosho. This is another one of those light-up models. R34 GTR in the Moon Eyes livery. I think this was going to be released at an event somewhere for something, but I can't remember exactly what it was. So yeah, there's that. Got some stuff from Hobby Japan as well. Just a few things. So we've got a couple Subarus here. The one on the left is the 1998 Subaru Impreza WRX Type RA STI version 4. And then the one on the right is the 1999 version, the Subaru Impreza WRX Type RA STI version 6. So a couple nice specs there. They also have the Mazda CX-5 up on pre-order now in 5 different colors. I don't really like the wheels on these. It's not Hobby Japan's fault at all. It's just kind of how the wheels on this car were designed. I don't know. Also not a big SUV fan. But yeah, they look pretty good though. And then they also put a pre-order for these. So we've got 3 of them. Mugen Civic Type Rs and 3 different colors, white, blue, and red. These actually look pretty cool. I like these. So there's those. These are going to be part of the JDM 64 line, which is Hobby Japan's kind of cheaper subline. So yeah. And then we've also got this Honda NSX from Initial D. So there we go. There's Hobby Japan. I think that's everything for them. So moving on, we've got Look Smart and a couple new Ferraris. These are a little too expensive for my taste. These are like $40. But yeah, Ferrari 296 GT3, both of them are from Macau GT Cup 2025. They look pretty good. They're just pretty expensive. So yeah, there's those. They have also got a new F1 car up on pre-order. Ferrari HP F1 2026 British Grand Prix winner. So there's that. And then for Spark, they also did announce the Mazda 787B on pre-order, so they're going to be making it as well. I think they've made it in the past, but I think this is going to be kind of like a revamped version of it. So if you don't want like a crazy detailed opening parts version like the Motor Helix, this should be a pretty good option here. So there's that. And then I think this is the last thing for the video. This is going to be the Haas VF 25 from the Japanese Grand Prix 2025. This is the one with like the cherry blossom livery. So there's that pre-order from Spark. And yeah, I think that was it. Quite a bit to go over this time, but there's a lot of good stuff here. So anyways, I think that's about it. I don't really have too much else for you. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think of all this news. Let me know if there's anything that I missed, if there's anything you saw that I didn't include here. Obviously, keep in mind, I don't do unlicensed stuff, or I try not to. So that's why there's a lot of brands that you may know but aren't here. It's, you know. Anyways, let me know if I missed anything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Let me know down in the comments. What do you think?